memories of Gilles Villeneuve?
Yeah, passed too many years already now. Younger and younger, you, me, and the other.
He was a driver, though, a racing driver.
More racing, for him was enough. Even on a normal car. When he was coming in Fiorano, instead to stop the car, you will do and I will do. He was doing 2 times as tete a che.
And what did the Commendatore think about that? Did he like that?
He didn't like because the 4 tires have to be changed every week. The old man didn't like this.
They've got tire warmers. Yeah.
with such emotion that it's difficult for me even to keep quiet inside. So I try my best to remain stoic. but I'm deeply, deeply touched by everybody around me and by the love that they have for my dad. I think the last time I was, my God, I must have been 12, 13, just before Jacques' career. We were all living in Monaco, and sometimes some Ferrari clubs would invite my mom. But I was very little and very shy, and then we just dispersed. Jacques went into his racing career. I went to New York, and so this has been 20 years in the making for me. It's a personal story for me. So I guess my reaction today to people is a mirror of how I dealt with his death, with his passing away, and with the fact that a lot of people around me were always wanting to talk about it. So it's not always been easy, but where I'm at today is exactly at the level that I'm willing to listen and to share in the emotion of people.
I have to say it's very touching, it's very emotional, but it's also very strange for me to see that after 30 years they still remember him with such emotions. You see people coming to you with tears in their eyes, with t-shirts that they've saved for more than 30 years because it has Gilles' signature on it. And you think these people have been there all these years with these kind of memories. Only in Italy can you find that, which is really nice actually. Because we're not celebrating his death, we're celebrating his life as a person, as a driver, and that's how he's remembered. So that's the wonderful part, yeah. Real fans, real people, just plain ordinary, and to see all the mechanics also was wonderful. You could actually see even the mechanics, the pride they took in being with the car today. For Gilles, Formula One was allowed into the playground. And for him, that was the best thing in the world. He loved every single minute of his racing. I think it was more, he couldn't live without it. He would have been miserable without it. He loved the racing, and he was racing every single corner. So, I mean, even though today people don't do that anymore, in his mind it was, I'm the quickest in every corner, I'll be the quickest around the lap, and if I'm that way every lap, I'll win the race. So that was his thinking about racing.
Today it's a special day. It's first, it's the anniversary of Gilles after 30 années.
30 years.
30 years. And when I sitting me in a car, it was really exciting because when you put your ass in a Formula One car, it's always exciting. But when you are sitting in a car of Gilles, we make a very special race in Dijon together, especially the 5 laps in Dijon. It was exciting for me, and to remember it's part of my life during the race, and part of my life with a friend, with Gilles. So
how good?
Big emotion. It's a big emotion not only for myself, but always a big emotion to see a lot of people is coming, because everybody in Italy, and I think in the world, love Gilles Villeneuve.
Why they love him?
It's very simple, because Gilles was the drive of Gilles was very exciting. He was very generous. He drive always when he start. Gilles was not like a computer. He's very generous, but he asked to the car each lap the maximum. Sometimes he arrived at the middle of the race or 3/4 of the race. He has destroyed the tires, the brake, but he don't say in his head, I am less faster, but I ask always in this time the maximum of my car and of myself. He doesn't arrange, he push. The last laps is always the same. He push very hard to see the flag, And he have only one solution for Gilles, to start and to finish, to push the first to the last lap.
Rene, what did you and Gilles talk about after that race at Dijon when you spoke for the first time?
A lot of people said, oh, it's very dangerous now for between Gilles and Rene Arnoux, because he's finished like a boxer. And we close the hand on the podium and we have a big smile all together. For me, when I see the film after the race, I am more impressed when I see. I was sitting and I see on the TV, and I said, "Putain, we make this 5 laps with a very high level." And I remember Forghieri was near me at this time. And when the film is finished, he put the hand in the sky and he said, "This is not for the first and the second place, it's for the second and third place. These 2 guys are completely crazy." It was so nice.
Gilles,
but one thing, this duel was possible only. I have a lot of respect about Gilles, and I am not a big head. Only between Gilles and me. Why? There is a reason, some reason, because Gilles was a very fantastic friend of mine in life. When we were on the track, each weekend he said, "You go with me to eat some Italian food," or I said, "You come with me to eat the French food." And when you know very well the guys, when you love the guys, you have a possibility to do some strange thing. Because when you have the wheel like that in Formula One, it's really dangerous. Yeah. But I said in my head, I know that it doesn't stop. And he said, I know that Rene doesn't stop the war, because it was the war. And if you stop, it's really dangerous at this time. But everybody know that you see the last lap and the flag in this condition. I want to finish second, he want to finish second, he finished second, I finished third. But it was the same, I think, in this day. For me, he was not a driver. I said always, Gilles was a very big acrobat. He was only in sur le fil, on dit in French. So on the
tightrope?
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes he go on the right, but he come back on the left. Sometimes he goes on the left, he come back on the right. Always like that. Yeah. Always. And this is during each lap, each race, he drive like that. In practice, it was like that. In official practice, it was like that. In race, it was the same. And I think this memory that everybody has about Gilles, because it was very, 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 very generous. This is, for me, it was, I finished, it was a fantastic guys.